Hey, thanks for clicking on my video. This is Rocky, and this review will be for episode 7 of Gotham. We get basically a straight continuation of last episode where Bullock and Gordon are basically going at each other in the locker room of the police station, as at this point Bullock's desperate and knows he needs to kill Gordon, otherwise Falcone's going to have him killed. And we get that tension right away between them, but Bullock can't go through with it. Mostly because Gordon disarms him, but also because at this point Bullock started to kind of care for Gordon a bit. So he just can't bring himself to kill him. So he basically just states, don't let me see you again, kind of thing, and disappears and does what Bullock does best, is go drink. So we get immediate tension with their partnership, but by the end of this episode we see that their friendship and partnership is stronger than it's ever been. So that'll continue to play out throughout the rest of the season, as basically we get the looks at this is how the Gotham Police Department is going to start becoming stronger and less corrupt, more legit, as this is kind of that seeds being planted in this episode. In this episode we also get the introduction of a new villain in the name of Victor Zsasz, who incidentally is played by the same actor that played the Mist earlier this season in The Flash. So that was kind of interesting to see him play this part. I didn't like that they kind of changed Victor Zsasz. In the comics, he mostly fought with knives or hand-to-hand combat, but a lot of time knives, and definitely whenever he killed, it was with a knife. He was, in the comics, he's kind of a part-time henchman. He worked for Penguin for a time, but he's a full-time psychopath. And this guy enjoys killing, as essentially he views life as meaningless. So he sees that when he kills someone, he's basically giving them a gift of, releasing them from their miserable life. They did keep the self-scarring aspect of his character, as that's something he did do in the comics as well. So I just would have liked if they kept him a little bit more visceral like he is in the comics. So we'll see if he plays in later on in the season. If they bring him back, he is basically a hitman for Falcone, so I'm sure we'll see him again. The actor, Anthony Carrigan, I thought did very well. I thought he did really good as a Mist, but I really liked him in this role, and I think he can take it to that, visceral level if he's allowed. So it's just nice seeing another, character from the comics, a Batman villain, more or less brought into there. So they are doing that, and he did spend a lot of time in Arkham, so we'll see if he plays out later Arkham storylines. Also, with the scene with Victor Zsasz in the police department, we get basically everyone looking at Gordon as basically a dead man walking, and we get that reaffirmation of how corrupt the Gotham Police Department is, as Zsasz basically asks everyone to leave, and they all do. And these are the police officers that are meant to protect Gotham, and they're answering to a hitman. The only one that stays behind is the captain. And, you can tell she wants to definitely see Gotham become better. She just doesn't know how to do that. But she stays behind to kind of, support Gordon. He asks her to leave because he doesn't want her to get hurt. So, through that scene, Gordon basically gets pretty shot up. He's in a pretty bad spot, but Montoya and her partner Alan come in and save him, and basically take him to the Wayne mansion, where we get a scene with Gordon and Montoya in the car where she's kind of apologizing for jumping the gun on him and everything, and she keeps asking about Barbara and is she safe, and at this point Gordon thinks she is because he had her get on a train, watched her on the train and everything. But you can tell there's still a little awkwardness between the two characters. You definitely still get the sense that Montoya still has feelings for Barbara. And Gordon, I think, just doesn't know quite how to handle that, especially considering Montoya just arrested him earlier. We get a funny moment in this scene where basically Alfred comes back to the car with Alan and basically kind of a armbar type move. And we just kind of get that sense that, okay, Alfred's pretty tough. I mean, he's very well-mannered and everything, and, he did have a past in the British military, so we get a little bit of that in here, and, we'll have to watch and see how that goes. I mean, he may start training, Bruce in some hand-to-hand combat skills here pretty soon. So I just like that. It was kind of a little comedic moment. Very well played off. And we also get where Gordon's talking with Bruce, and Bruce is getting upset because he feels like Gordon's treating him like a child, and Gordon's like, you are a child. He's trying to reinforce it to Bruce that, you're a child, you need to still be a child and then grow up, kind of thing. But through his talking, Bruce, realizes that Gordon is fully expecting to die, as his plan is being initiated, that he wants to arrest Falcone, arrest the mayor, and just, expose all this corruption. So he's decided to pass the, investigation of the Wayne murders onto Montoya and Allen, and tells Bruce, you can trust these detectives, they're good. So again, it just reaffirms that, seed planted of trying to get the Gotham Police Department back to being a legit police department and not corrupt. So, we're going to continue to see that grow, as I think more and more officers are going to kind of gravitate towards Gordon, and it kind of, reinforces the fact that he is a pretty good natural leader. So, really subtle moments there. So really enjoyed that aspect of this show. Some other things that were really great about the episode. We see that Penguin is finally starting to make his move. He's been, playing in the background of Maroni's family and everything, and he's kind of the center of attention right now, which he loves, and due to what Fish does to him and the way she kind of disrespects him, he basically puts a plan in motion, making it think that it's Maroni's plan, basically giving him the idea to basically take out Nikolai, who is at this point Fish Mooney's lover, that she's basically trying to use to have him take out Falcone and everything like that. So it's part of her plan, but this is Penguin putting his move, into action, and he actually ends up killing one of Maroni's men, Carboni, who is kind of a right-hand man of Maroni, but Penguin basically paid off his men, so they'll hold him so he can kill him. So this is Penguin making his move to move up the ladder within the Maroni family. So we're seeing a lot of action from Penguin now. And, I mean, he's a very intelligent villain, so he's definitely going to be one to watch. Towards the end of the episode, we actually have, that moment where Falcone has Bullock, Gordon, and Barbara, because, she ended up coming back and trying to get Falcone to, let Gordon live, because she loves Gordon, so we get those scenes. But, it's a moment of, are they going to live? Are they going to die? And Falcone ends up letting them all live, basically stating, they all have their part to play and they're needed within Gotham. And, he knows that they'll understand, what he's trying to do later on. Kind of vague a little bit there. This upsets, Victor Zsasz, as, he definitely wanted to kill, everyone if he could. So we get a little anger there with him. So, maybe he's going to double cross Falcone later on, and we'll see how that comes about. But, everyone goes their separate ways, basically. And, we see that Falcone ends up going out and checking on his chickens. And, we see the man with the umbrella, Penguin, walk up. And, we get the reveal that they're working together. Or, Penguin's working under Falcone, basically as a snitch, to feed him information about Maroni, as well as he filled him in on the fact that, Fish Mooney and Nikolai were working together to take out Falcone. So, Falcone has all this information. That's why he's been so confident with everything going on and so relaxed in his moves and everything, is because he knew what was going on and he still has his hand to play. So Falcone, definitely cemented himself as this episode as, a crime boss. He's very, very smart. It's going to be hard for Mooney to take him out at this point because she's lost Nikolai and the fact that he knows she's coming after him. So in my eyes, this was probably about the best episode of the season so far. Like the only thing that, I didn't really like about it is the fact that they kind of, softened Victor Zsasz' character a little bit. So I'm hoping they'll, kind of correct that later on and make him a little bit more, like I said, dark, a little bit more visceral like he is in the comics. But other than that, it was a really great episode. We got a lot of good scenes with Bullock and Gordon, a lot of Gordon and Barbara scenes, reaffirming their love for each other and everything. So, and like I said, we're getting those seeds planted of, the Gotham Police Department becoming more legit, less corrupt, and, Gordon kind of taking on that leader role. So I really enjoyed the episode. I hope you guys did as well. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about the episode. And, how did you think they handled Victor Zsasz? Were you okay with it? Or like me, were you hoping he was a little bit more closer to how he was in the comics? Any questions you have on any of the characters or the episode itself, definitely put those below as well. I'll be happy to go over that information with you. If you enjoyed my video, I'd ask you to go ahead and give me a thumbs up and share the video. And please subscribe to my channel, as I will be doing weekly reviews of Gotham, as well as the other Marvel and DC television shows going on right now, and any shows they add in the future. That being said, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye.